just say self, and then you know what I'm saying, catch a little cushion and some combo. Go ahead, sir.
Man, I got your boy Kush&Konvos up in here. Read this OG J Holland. And here chilling with Heavy Chevy, man, throw us a couple of million off the levy.
You understand me?
See Chino, nickname Mike Turner, Shy-Style Silverback.
It's your boy Baghdad, A&R for Shiest House for the triple OG of the motherfucking block.
Y'all heard him?
Oh, wow, we give an actor. Well, let me start mine over here.
Okay.
It's Kush&Konvos, man, everything. You know what I'm talking about? Grimy, retarded, insane, naturally cold-hearted. I'm going to stand for you.
God damn it.
Grinch season all year long. All year long.
How y'all boys been doing today?
Blessed by the best, ain't gonna worry about the rest.
Can't complain.
Can't say no better than that. Shit, getting right into it, y'all boys, everybody from Dallas, y'all, you know what I'm saying, let them know who you, well, you let them know who he is, you know what I'm saying, let them know a little bit more about who you are, where you come from, you know what I'm saying, how you got to the music game.
We're straight out of Parkland.
Well, say, good Parkland, baby. Oh, yeah, that's the real Dallas
The old
right
Parkland.
there. The old Parkland, that's different.
No doubt. Shout out to Park.
That's that old.
So coming up, I always been influenced. Well, before the South started doing that rap shit, I was heavily influenced by Run DMC.
Yeah.
To the point to where I wanted to be Run DMC, not one member. I wanted to be a DJ. I wanted to make the beats. I wanted to write. I wanted to ghostwrite. And lo and behold, I do all of that to this day. Write, produce, ghostwrite, DJ. One-stop shop.
I'm thinking get all that. So, I mean, right up to the next person, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? I don't know about you, how you got to the music game, how long you been in it?
Okay, first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? I'd say my first introduction to the music game was really my little brother Vo, man. He rest in peace. But he was very talented. He could sing and rap, could sound like anybody. The record labels were trying to sign in when he was around 13, 14. You know, mama wasn't having that.
You know what I'm saying?
So that was really my first like introduction to wanting to do it. And after that, after his demise, you know, after being murdered, it's like after that I kind of took it upon myself. Every time I meet an artist, it's like I help him out due to the fact of what I know he wanted to be.
Yeah.
So then I end up running into old Big Tuck. You know, we stayed on the same street. And give you some quick history about me and Eugene. 3 music moguls came off that street. One was Ray Charles, the singer. He had a house on that street. They left that out the movie. My auntie taught him piano lessons. They left that out the movie. One of my twin aunts. And then I ended up meeting Tuck. I used to always say I was the first one to take him to the studio with correction because he had corrected me on that. He said, "Nigga, you won't worry about no studio." He said, when I told you, say, let's go to the studio, and I turned you on to going to the studio, so let me clear that for the record. So, we were going to DJ Drop, you know. Shout out to Drop, man. Definition DJ. So, we was probably like his actual second mixtape that he ever put out in his whole career. So, he did that now. The rest was history, man. I looked up, when Tug wrote the song, he would listen to that Tupac beat. Next thing you know, he wrote the song, Southside the Realest. He said he was going to give a shout out to the hood. Next thing you know, it was history. And went up to Lopez. You know, Lopez knew more about the business. I went up and just, hood dude with a little piece of change, So we made history, man. We went from there on out. A lot of people don't talk about it, but we was actually the first label, T-Town Music, DSR, to get a $7.2 million deal. Yeah. I heard a lot of people talk about so-and-so got a million. I'm like, hey, man, y'all can't leave DSR.
Okay.
So it was out on a cover of a magazine, $7 million deal with Universal Republic. And after that, I carried on doing my own thing, my own label. And I had many people, man, some greats, man. And that first unit of people had Young Money want to sign one of our guys, Universal want to personally sign another one of our guys. I mean, it was a great ordeal, man. We had a good run as far as, that era. Then I had to, kind of reinvent stuff. Then that's when I ended up signing a Money Note. I signed him without even hearing him rap one verse. I just, you just have a feeling,
I personally,
Oh,
Shout
man.
out to No too. That's a real.
Yeah, shout out Money Note, man. And the rest was history from there, man. And the same thing like meeting Big Homie, Hashi. When I met them, it was like magic, 1 minute, bam, I'm talking to him. We just kind of hit it off. And then look up a couple of weeks later, bam, we shoot videos, and the rest was history. She's one of them guys, man. Shout out to Big Homie. Shout out to Hashi.
Shout out to on the side. You get him back on there too. You get Hashi on the show too.
Oh yeah, man. We gonna see what we can do to make it happen. The same thing with Baghdad back here in the back. He's gonna be our first Baghdad rapper. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
we're gonna put him out as well. You're not just A&R. He does music, and those Silverback back there. We're trying to bring him out of retirement, see if we can open up the bars again.
Okay. Well, shit, since he done threw y'all in the fire, y'all know his chief, y'all said, let them know more about who y'all is.
Alright, man, it's your boy Baghdad. So, first of all, they call me Baghdad. I mean, it's pretty obvious. My dad's from the Middle East. He's from Iraq.
Okay.
So at a young age, I kind of acquired that nickname. Well, really, I acquired that nickname in prison. At a young age, I went to prison. I caught a robbery charge, young, dumb, stupid shit. It happens. But I grew up listening to, DSR, Big Tug, Swisher House, all that kind of music, and smoking blunts in the backseat, freestyling. I was mainly a freestyler all my life. I used to go to rap battles all the time. I used to battle people left and right. Even before they called me Dad, my real name John. They'd be like, "Hey, John, bro, come over here. This guy, man, he wants to rap. He wants to battle you. I'll go over there and just tear shit up. Tear shit up." So how all this came about is really just a blessing. First of all, I just want to shout out God. Thank God for where I'm at today. This position that I'm in, I can't be more thankful, especially for OG, man, for bringing me on. I mean, it was a blessing from God. Like, literally, the fact that I grew up listening to Big Tug, DSR, all this. I went to a mixer. It's called a DFW mixer at a school. And I went in as an artist, and I saw him. And at that time, I had a bigger beard at that time. And I saw his beard. I was like, man, I like that beard. I wonder if that dude rapped. And I walked up to him. I was like, "Say, dog, do you rap?" He was like, "Nah, I push people who rap." I was like, "Oh, shit, he's a label." You know what I'm saying? So I was like, already. So we linked up from there, and then we kind of stayed in contact. And he kind of checked out my. I do a lot of little freestyles and stuff like that on Instagram, TikTok, stuff like that. He was seeing all that, and then 6 months later, he was like, "Hey, man," because throughout that time, he was like, I got something for you, man. It was because of God we met. It's because of God we met. This and that." And I'm like, all right, bro. I didn't think much of it. One day I was at work. I was sitting with my boy Mike, and he called me, and he was like, "Hey, man, remember when I told you that?" I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "I want to bring you onto the label." And when he told me that, I was like, "What?" I was like, "You hear me?" He was like, "Yeah, I heard you. Listening, this and that." And my boy was like, "You need to jump on top of that. You better do everything that man says." This and that. I'm like, hell yeah. It was like, I was just real thankful to be where I am. It's been 1 year, about a year and a couple of months now. I've been learning the whole A&R thing, getting in with everybody seeing me in the videos and in the photos. That way, when my album does drop, they gonna know, "Oh, that's Baghdad right there."
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm talking about? Self-marketing.
Yes, sir.
So before I swing to you real fast, let me swing to you one more time. All right. So hearing him tell you how that made him feel when he got that call from you, how that make you feel as a person like, damn, I really got to put, do you feel like you got to really push him more, or like, you know what I'm saying, "Hey, man, I made the right choice"?
You know what? I feel I made the right choice, and also I don't believe in pushing nobody more. I'm gonna push hard from the start. So I don't know if you play football.
I had a break.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, oh yeah. It was like I don't know if you remember this thing called a sled, where the coaches sit up on the back there, and they got the individual little tackle dummies in the front. Then when you get to hitting that sled, if everybody doing their job, that sled gonna move straight back. But whoever's lacking, that shit gonna slide and turn, so you're gonna know who the weak link is. So I like being on a sled where everybody hitting at the same, hitting at the same momentum, so we all moving forward.
Straight flush.
All right, we're gonna point back to you.
See, when I'm in the courtroom, I was stretching lies over the truth, concrete of the jungle that the strong gonna survive. Yeah, I started this thing, back when I was 12. I was influenced by LL Cool J, Run DMC, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Mike Burners and Head Turners, you know. I was fascinated by it, their wordplay. I just wanted to be a lyrical wizard like them. So when I was in school, I just, instead of doing my homework, I used to write raps. Being on the round table with the bass, reflection and stuff going on, and just thinking that one day, hey, that's what I want to do. I'm gonna be a rapper, But that time came and went. I had my little run and things like that. When the labels got started up and running, we had a lot of great artists like Jay mentioned before. I was blessed to do a couple of songs with them and perform and things like that. And, I had kind of broke away. I had got married for a little while and things like that,
Right.
And but I continued. I always wrote, and I always followed the progress of the label, And then one day, things, took a turn. I got back with the label and jumped back in.
All right.
I've been there ever since.
All right. So, all y'all from Dallas?
Well, technically I'm from Heaven, but I happen to reside in Dallas.
That's where you might have lived at. I get
Yeah,
you.
for real.
So, I mean, everybody here, we of age, so everybody got great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, y'all have, in the stories that y'all telling me, so y'all have been back from the days where, you made your money off CDs.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're in a time where you make your money off streams. So, how does that play a factor in you as you being the label and, you getting your artists out into a different field from when y'all started it?
Man, them streams, I ain't gonna lie to you, it really hurt the game for me, man. Because, we was making a killing.
And how the trunk sale is different.
Boy, so I know we pushed millions out the trunk, man. So it's like once they switched it over to them streams, they had too much control over the flow of the money, I can remember running through boxes and boxes of CDs, man. We kept, kept bringing up. We treated it just like the streets,
Exactly.
Yeah. So when they switched that over, man, that really was a foul move for the streets. To be honest with you.
Without saying too much, when you got a street hustle work ethic, that out the trunk method work a whole lot better because it's easier to line it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Parallel.
Because you know what the profit is.
Right.
You can count your profit.
Yeah.
On these streams, you can't really count your profit.
Okay.
And it's funny that y'all, so when y'all being artists and y'all coming into the game and y'all being on that side of the street and then y'all coming back on here, how do you kind of put yourself out there to be relevant when, it's about streams and pretty much you got to kind of damn near go viral, to make some shit pop?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, the music industry is definitely saturated right now with
Super.
tons of artists. I mean, times are hard right now, so people are coming out the woodworks. People are like, fuck it, I'm gonna rap, fuck it, I'm gonna sing, fuck it, I'm gonna do country or whatever the hell they want to do. Only thing I can tell any artist today is to keep pushing, persistence. It was like this, Mama Scott told me. She said, you know what, let the internet work for you. You have to post every single day consistently. Every day for 5 years. And because of AI will eventually pick you up and throw you into the algorithm of rappers or whatever your genre may be. You know what I mean? It's tough. I'm not gonna lie.
Mama Scott too. Shout
Shout out Mama Scott. I met her when I met him at that mixer. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, like, I do it because I love to do it. It was always, I don't want to be known as like the hobby rapper, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I do love it, you know what I'm saying? I love everything about it. I love being
That's
around
when you
it.
start having fun with it.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm ADHD, so I think that's where a lot of my freestyle comes from. I mean, if you can't already tell, I'm just off the dome, just blah, 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 one subject on to the next and shit like that. But it gets better with time. I will say that, because in the beginning of all this, I'm not going to lie, when I was doing the A&R shit, in the very beginning, going to these clubs and shit, I'm a little fucking nervous. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, it comes with it. You know what I'm saying? But once you get used to it, and you're not worried about it. It don't matter. At the end of the day, there's gonna be a million people that love you, and there's gonna be a million people that hate. The only ones that matter are the ones that love you. So not everybody's gonna enjoy your music. Not everybody's gonna. Yeah. You know.
That's some real shit.
Yeah, like he was saying, it ain't something that you get over. It's something you get used to.
Yeah. And you can't let that, that 10% of haters make you forget about the 90% of the people who rock with you. Yeah.
There's enough people in this world that if artists are persistent enough, they can get their own following. Anybody can have their own following as long as you are persistent. Just like the podcast you got going right here. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out, baby.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, appreciate
Shout out
you having
to
us.
Kush&Konvos.
today.
Always welcome, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like a house. It's a home. You know what I'm saying? You gonna keep the shoes out, right?
Don't ever give up. I tell everybody, whether it's music or whatever it is, you need to chase your dreams and never give up at it. You only got one life. You may as well try it.
Man.
Real ass shit right there.
The realm of possibility exists in the mind.
Manifestation, that's real. Waking up in the morning, as soon as I put my feet on the ground, I tell myself, you're a rapper. I'm a rapper. I'm going to be known as one of the greatest rappers. I tell myself these things daily. It don't matter. I don't care what people think. Some people may not like what I have to say. Some people may not like, but that's okay because I don't like everybody else either. I don't do no hating, but I ain't going to sit here and jam out every damn artist. There's just too many.
It's too many, and some of this shit just, I usually left that.
It's garbage. I'm just gonna say it's always garbage.
I've been doing this since I was a kid, though. I always told myself I'm gonna be the coldest rapper. And
So what was your start at in the rap game?
I got my start with Oak Cliff Assassin. Rest in peace, Oak Cliff Assassin.
Rest in peace, Oak Cliff Assassin.
I started out DJing first, and then doing a little production. Then I actually started rapping last.
Okay.
So I jumped on a verse, and he nicknamed me Mr. Dre because I guess I had a heavy Mr. Scarface influence about myself.
Okay. So where did the name Prince come from?
That's some family shit.
Oh, okay, that's family shit.
Yeah, it come from
Man, just stuck with you for the rest of your life.
yeah, my mama and one of a close cousin of mine, rest in peace to Jimbo. Like just my ways, I always
The Grinch.
yeah, pretty much anti-social. Everybody can't, you know what I'm saying? I don't jail with everybody. That's why you don't hear me on a bunch of features.
Okay. But do you feel like that in your career has kind of hindered you from going places? Now that you don't really kind of put yourself out there with other artists?
Yeah, it has, but I feel like my what I offer wouldn't be as potent if I did succumb to it. I did a poll on one of my fan pages asking my fans, who y'all want to see me do a feature with? And the majority of them said nobody. We like the way you don't fuck with nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, the fans love it. Do what they like.
Yeah, the Grinch gonna give you some good old piano strings, man.
Hell yeah.
Just whatever you do, don't sit in front of him if you ain't been right with him, man. You gotta sit in front of him.
It's like they say, like Kevin Gates say, penitentiary rules are still in effect. With me, the laws of the underground is still in effect. So I kind of keep that whole vibe about myself. I'm not about being the richest rapper or the most popular rapper, but I'm gonna consistently give you the underground shit.
Facts.
I mean, shit, niggas make it in the motherfucking underground.
Oh yeah.
Like, a lot of niggas make money like a motherfucker in that underground. So, I mean, so y'all been in Dallas and y'all, let's swing back to the city one time, so everybody is from here. So, I mean, from the transition from back when y'all was like doing y'all thing to what we got the rap game is now, with, the artists that we have in the city now. Who are some of the people that y'all see that are out here now that, but, we know we got X, we know we got Zitty, Nado, Montana, we know we got all them folks that, the ones that's out of deals and everything like that. But who are some other folks that y'all kind of see in the city that kind of got a little behind?
And to be honest with you, man, the list would go on and on. I mean, that's a lot of people out here with potential.
Yeah.
And I would be biased if I just named a couple. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna say, let it be known, even from the mainstream to the midstream and even the chilling circuit, I see nothing but talent
Right.
going on out here. And some of them, man, it's just all it's gonna take it for the right people to hear them. Because when I go to these things, I'm talking about usually I used to go to some of these events and some of these open mics, and I'd be like, God damn, I'm glad this shit is over with. Because all I'm seeing is dumpster juice. But this new wave, ain't a lot of people got some talent. That's a whole lot of cats with some talent, man. And I just don't want to get the name and name and forget to name somebody. But all the ones that personally, y'all, I'm letting y'all know, the ones that I know personally, if I shook y'all hand, if I've been to y'all events, y'all got something. If I hollered at y'all, y'all got something. If I didn't holler at you, you know, hey, you know what it is. Stay at that drum board.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? You might not impersonate the first time, but shit, you keep at it, you want somebody to come back, and you're like, okay, so I see what you was doing here.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a friend that I grew up with, my boy, shout out Chi. He just signed with Empire, and he's been doing it for 20 years. And I saw him on New Year's. He finally got his nice place in the high rise in the middle of downtown Dallas, and I went over there and congratulated him. He even saw me doing my thing. He was like, "Man, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, John. This and that. Do what you're doing." Somebody I grew up was coming into the game too. I was like, "Yeah, bro, I gotta push." You know, there was a time in my life where I kind of put rap to the side.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, y'all ever get discouraged? And
Oh yeah, and it's not even really that I got discouraged. I just kind of got sidetracked with the country music because this is Texas. You know what I'm saying? So my brother actually took me to my first, what do you call those, electric cowboy, like dance hall, like country club, boots, hats, and I got into the big belt buckles, the boots, the hats.
You went on, goddamn, man. You know what I'm saying? Texas,
I mean, it was just something about going to those bars and then seeing the girls and the Daisy Dukes and shit like that kind of pulled me into it. So I kind of put rap to the side for a while. So I would just jam nothing but country music for a long time.
Did you try to make any country music?
No, I never did.
Okay.
No. It was nothing that I felt like I could do. Maybe I'm pretty sure if I practiced and I did something, I could do something. I plan on working with country artists, stuff like that, with my own music. I plan on going worldwide because I'm Middle Eastern. I'm putting on for the Middle East. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting on for Iraq, where my dad is from, for his village. You know what I'm saying? Africa, my boy, shout out my boy, he got sent back in the last administration because he had some felonies that he had caught. And so they sent him straight back to Africa. But he went to school with us. He was just like us. You wouldn't even really know that he wasn't from here, right? So in the beginning, he thought it was a nightmare. Now, it's been a blessing. He was like a blessing to their village, stuff like that. Matter of fact, I plan on going out there to visit with OG, actually. Matter of fact, I'm working on getting my passport to go out to Africa because he's becoming an artist as well. His mom sends him $5 American dollars a month, and every dollar you trade in that village turns into like $2,700. So he's buying chickens for the village. He's buying everything. He's feeding everybody. They consider him a godsend. I mean, why would you leave that?
I was hoping to leave it.
I mean, he showed me his little area where he sleeps. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's got PS5. He's got Xbox. He's got every game in the book because everything out there is a lot cheaper than living in
It's a lot cheaper here, so I buy the whole motherfucking time.
I ain't gonna lie. I plan on
$20
to buy real estate. I plan on buying real estate in Africa just because I feel like I might retire out there.
Okay.
Because it's close to my homeland, things are cheaper. If you try to retire out here, especially by the time I get to retiring, the way the prices are right now, good luck. Ain't nobody gonna retire. With what?
They just raised the retirement limit. Hey,
They raised it?
Yeah, it's 65 now. I think it's like either 70 or 75.
72.
72.
Yeah.
You're 70 now. You gotta retire. You're 70. You gotta die, these bitches.
What the fuck? 70 years old? You gonna be broke the fuck out.
Hey, man. As long as you can work, what did they try to say? As long as you're an able-bodied person, you can work. That's how they see it.
Wow.
You go sit down on your own time. Or go get rich.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's the only thing you can do. Go get rich or sit down on your
Who's
own
the
time.
retirement for that? 65?
65.
Wow, man, that's crazy, man.
You know, that's why I jumped in this. And during the pandemic, you know, I had a lot to think about. We weren't doing shit. You know, I do appliance repair for a living, air conditioning. I mean, we were essential, so we were running around, but I still had a lot of time to think. And
Different kind of essential.
something just got into me, and I was like, I listened to a little beat, and actually I ran into an old friend of mine. Him and his brother went to this Full Sail University. We don't really talk no more. You know what I'm saying? We had a little fallout because I started messing with some other producer, and then he put me in with his beat. But I was like, oh, imagine that, Baghdad. You got your first little rap beef going on over here and shit like that. But it's over some dumb shit. But
always
hey,
over
y'all
some
ever
dumb
been in
shit.
that kind of rap beef like with anybody like that?
No, it
Does
does.
shit like that.
That's good. Cause I mean, shit. One thing I
mean,
mean, talk me.
let it be known, it wasn't
Violence
me.
don't bring no money.
Jay know the whole story. So.
Yeah, only does. I always speak on those beef.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Positivity,
Yeah.
and, you know,
They
prosperity.
they're the ones who took me to this.
Shit, you left for you for away. That's what they supposed to be, away from you.
But yeah, let bygones be bygones. It's all good. You know, it's all love for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I told him. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, bro. You know what I mean? You can feel that way if you want to. I've known you since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? It's like this, right? It's like, how am I gonna, if we grew up together, right? And you started fucking with somebody I didn't like, that doesn't mean I'm gonna drop you as a friend or a homie because you're fucking with somebody I don't like. You know what I'm saying? That's just not how I am.
No, that's some real D down there.
So,
Yeah.
but they be on some other shit. So they're real arrogant. That's one thing I can't stand when it comes to this kind of shit. People who are real arrogant, people who think that their shit don't stink, people who just think they are the top of the top of the top. I get it. It comes with.
I mean, it comes with the game. Because you gotta feel at some point in time, as you coming through this, and you start doing who you are and becoming who you are, and you really indulge into that, like you gotta set yourself at a standard. Because if you don't set yourself at a standard, ain't nobody else gonna set you at a standard.
And I get that, and it's like.
And with a lot of beef, let me tell you this, man. I tell people, hey, this is my suggestion about people who having beef. Go vegan, man. Go vegetarian, man. Because they ain't going with that beef, man. You know what I'm saying? So that, I mean, because there ain't no money in that.
Ain't no
I don't know who programmed these youngsters
to think that it's
to
money
say
in it.
that it's money in beef. I seen the youngsters was killed. I didn't see none of them get no money. If they did get some money, it went so quick.
It went so fast.
And
The half you need, if y'all did go touch the money, shit, by the time you touch the shit, you back on the same floor you was sleeping on yesterday.
Shit crazy, man. So I mean, me personally, in my 20-something years being in the industry, I've never seen nobody get no money off no beef. I seen them get killed. Even a lot of people, Foreman Tupac, one of my favorite rappers, but like that beef would end up getting him took out.
That beef.
You get what I'm saying? And
When
man,
he was rapping how you were rapping, he was
He was cool. Then soon
When
as
he
beef
came out with that death row,
and we know somebody stuck the key in his back, but I'm not gonna throw no names out there. But I mean, I really would, because that dude was multi-talented. That was my favorite rapper, man.
that's like this generation of rappers that are out now. Like, you know how we got our old school concerts and shit. All our rappers, they come around doing concerts and shit, old and all. This generation ain't gonna have that.
Nah.
Ain't nobody around.
Ain't gonna be nobody around. Like, y'all have no
Real music.
Most of y'all rappers are dead or locked up for the rest of their life.
Glorifying guns, glorifying killing. It's like a cancer. It just spreads into the young minds, and these kids haven't lived long enough to be able to control their own emotions, to control their own thoughts.
Nobody till you catch your body.
Man, that's crazy, man. I mean, but I'm gonna say this too, man. It's like just my involved in music and just witnessing everything, man. Like I said, this is the most highest rate of murders and people getting killed doing music I ever seen in my life.
Right.
And then I'm gonna say this as well. Why is it that only us in the rap field? They say you too old to be rapping. You too old to do that. You need to retire. We hate on each other once a person gets to a certain point. I never heard Ward Brooks talking shit about Willie Nelson saying you too old, nigga, lay it down. I never seen Madonna and them talk. Lady Gaga telling Dolly Parton, call it quits, dog.
I'm not gonna say they
just
call
seen
it quits, but them motherfuckers used to be beefing. See,
Oh yeah,
they used to have that shit too. but they shit just wasn't publicized like that. So
they're like
I should get blown out for portion with each other.
show without getting
They're like Prince and Michael Jackson. They weren't gonna admit they were beefing, but they were beefing.
What's the other nigga he used to run with? The one he's still alive.
Marvin.
Yeah. They made a classical beat. You know what I'm saying? You niggas don't make classical beats. Y'all don't shoot shots on music and make the fans go back and forth. Y'all niggas actually shoot shots at each other.
Look at Cool Money in LA when they had their little beat. They just went back and forth on wax.
On wax.
That's how you
They
do
weren't
it.
trying to fight.
One of the whole
If I
purpose.
say something to you, I can say something to you on here.
Yeah.
One of the whole purpose of why hip hop even started and evolved was to resolve things in a creative, artistic manner. You know, take it from the street to take it to the music. You know what I'm saying? They had rap battles and stuff like that, man. And they got away from that. You know,
It's just like when they used to beat or breakdance.
Right.
Breakdance was the same attitude.
Stop the
You know what I'm
violence.
saying? That was stop the violence. Instead of us fighting, come on, get on the dance.
You gotta break it to the bone. Let's break that.
You know what I'm saying? And they stopped a lot of fighting in the hood too. Same way rap did.
But when I grew up, we went to the backyard, we boxed it out, we shook hands, and we walked
Oh,
away.
yeah, that was old school. I remember when we came on, man, we hand your partner your pistol, get out there and box. And when you're done, you're gonna leave.
Not no
be
more.
free. Be
Whoop
free.
that nigga ass you want to. Give me my pistol.
They ready to go there and eat. They need to learn how to box before they start talking all that crap.
I remember there was a such thing back in the day called they referred to them as sucker MCs, which means if you ain't got no business with the mic in your hand, don't even touch it.
Yeah, you out of there.
That's exempt now.
I feel like they coming out to like the AR rappers now.
I don't lie, I ain't with none of that AI stuff, man. We ain't gonna let it stop it, but I ain't with it, man, because it's gonna really cheat people out of their craft, man.
Yeah.
You don't need nobody no more. If somebody heard Grinch, they can just take his voice and start making Grinch albums. Right? It's no good.
On top of it,
How's that fair?
on top of it being oversaturated with real people.
Now you want to
got AI.
oversaturate with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Word about technology.
But it's
I've heard
I mean, from the people-
some good AI,
but
but
from the people who are controlling them money wise, it's a better investment.
Yeah, because they ain't got to worry about the AI getting killed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or dying on them.
They got
I
more
had this
control.
nigga look the same for 80 years.
Yeah,
yeah, cartoons.
still ain't fair, but I get it.
You know what I'm saying? It's not fair at all to the artist, but I mean, so on your side, on the back end of it, like, you know, they say they really want to do an artist union. You know what I'm saying? So they can get their bread.
Yeah.
But I saw a podcast, I saw Drink Champs with David Bannon. David Bannon was like, shit, they don't need it for a union. I already sold it to him.
So it's already a wrap. It's already in effect.
You know what I'm saying? Once the streaming shit happened, y'all gave everything away. Because now can't nobody control nothing.
Oh man, that's no good, man.
Yeah, there's no structure. You know what I'm saying? You got to have
But
structure.
is there a way that we can take this back? You know what I'm saying? Like as artists.
You know what, man? You got to go against the machine, man. I know going against the machine is damn near equivalent to being one of them people you see on the video when the tanks come through and they chucking rocks at it. You know what I'm saying? But just so have one day, somebody might pull a David and Goliath and hit that rock in the right spot, boom, and knock it out. So, I mean, I can tell you, man, so right now, everybody collectively throwing punches is looking like this right here. But if we all come together and make one big old fist, we're going to knock that Goliath out. But it's going to take unifying. That's why I'm trying to put together a small elite. You know, I'm like the Marines. I just want a few good men. You know, some other people, they take in whoever. You know what I'm saying? They don't care if they shooting or they don't know what they're doing. Hey, I want some skilled people, man. Some real soldiers.
Certified.
You know, we gonna take back what we can.
If we had as many people that want to be rappers, if they wanted to be techies and in the computers, we can do.
Oh yeah. See, it's gonna take us to get
But
back
shit,
in the
most of these rappers out here now are techies. The ones that don't really,
and
the ones that don't really give a fuck about it and want to be in the streets with it. You know what I'm saying? Them the ones that I just pay a nigga to do something.
Ah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was one of them.
You know, I ain't gonna learn this shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, do this.
Do this for me.
Right.
That's what you like to do. Do this.
There's definitely some money in that.
You
Being
know
a
what I'm
tech.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of these rappers nowadays, you know what I'm saying? They in this shit like that.
Look at Camille, you know, he was a techie guy, dude.
I'm
What
talking
you got,
about,
50 M's to the good?
ain't got for a show. A show?
Right.
For what?
He like,
What's that? What's this nigga tell me 50,000? 50,000?
what is that?
What is that? Nigga, I
So my
spent,
daughter don't need no toilet paper this week.
fuck you mean? I gave her a dog that to play with last night.
She let her little dogs pee on it, pour water on it.
Type shit. So, you know, a lot of these niggas, you know, it's different for these new upcoming rappers. It's just the ones that's in the game now, they still kind of stuck on the drill music.
Yeah, I mean, they stuck with it,
They
man.
stuck with that drill music.
It smells good, but the taste sucks. You know,
Sure.
my opinion look good on paper.
Same.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'm glad that what you
But
just
see,
said.
it's-
Sugar and salt are the same till you taste it.
Exactly.
Which is true,
That
but
don't
shit, if these niggas don't know what the fuck sugar and salt tastes like, shit, all this shit tastes the same.
Wow. Damn, boy, you said a mouthful right
You know
there.
what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of young kids that's out here. Shit, nigga, I ain't got, what the fuck is sugar? Nigga, all
Wow.
this shit, some sweet salt.
Yeah, I like salt.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
Everything conflated. You know, there's no separation or distinction because nobody took the time out to specify and point out, hey, this is this, that is that. Make sure you stay away from this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
Which is
want to
true.
run everything together.
Facts.
You know,
But that's how the world is designed now, right now.
Yeah.
Especially for our side. Especially for the music industry, shit. They don't push nothing unless, you know, you gotta die first.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you mean?
It's crazy,
What you
man.
mean y'all won't be happy?
Man, people gotta quit selling their soul for the you know, some stuff that God will give you anyway. That's equivalent to selling your car for gas money. And that don't make no sense.
That ain't gonna make no sense. Shit, you sold this bitch for $20, and what you gonna put in?
mm-hmm.
You ain't got nothing to put it in.
You ain't got nothing to put it in.
God damn it.
Say,
I come from the era where content was the worst thing that a street rapper can have.
yeah.
Get you some years.
But on the same time, you know, y'all content was different.
Exactly.
Y'all content was shows and mics.
Yeah.
These niggas content is guns and things.
Right.
The money fighters, not the boots on the ground.
Yeah.
Some of them niggas boots on the ground.
I do not understand the fascination. Running all the guns. I mean, you know, we grew up in there where they say you pour that gun, you better use it.
Right.
Put it on top.
I mean, don't get me wrong, these youngsters using it.
They
Well, I
using
mean,
it, but they
come
gonna show
on.
you they got it
Yeah,
too.
they gonna show you they got it. You know, that takes away the element of surprise.
They don't need the, these kids don't feel my surprise. Surprise for what?
Yeah,
We
makes
coming.
sense.
You
Yeah,
know we
makes
was
sense,
coming.
man.
Yeah.
We know we was coming. We here.
But you know what though, it's one thing I want to change the narrative on. So like one time I was kind of guilty of that too, kind of writing a lot of the youngsters off who was in that particular behavior. But see now my mindset is if I don't want to sit down and talk it out. I want to try to talk some sense into them. You know what I'm saying?
That's the one thing that ain't got a lot of these niggas.
They don't have nobody together.
They ain't had they daddy's probably somewhere else.
Yeah.
I ain't never
So
been
they had to
locked
fend
up.
for themselves.
So they all that. Mama probably ain't never did nothing really.
Yeah.
So you know,
The mom at the club, so they left to raise themselves.
Right.
niggas been at the house since 7 years old. Outside, right? So it's a different. These kids came up different from what we came up in.
Most kids don't have both parents these days.
I mean, shit, a lot of us didn't have both parents.
So then, but we
But-
do.
It was a different time.
Yeah.
It was.
Cause like when we started coming up, when we got into the tech shit, we got into the front part of it, but we still had our mind from the back part. Man, this shit weird though. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm first integrated.
That weird ass shit over there. I'm gonna go outside.
I know that shit was bad. I'm like, man, I ain't never
Yeah,
this shit,
yeah.
man. Everything
I'm
got
playing
playing
on
on
it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing this shit would be the rest of the world.
Yeah, it's gonna change the world, man.
That shit was back then. It was different. These kids now, shit, you can give a motherfucking 3-year-old baby a motherfucking iPad right now. And this nigga know how to flip through this
But that
motherfucker.
shit crazy to me, man. I see kids with Pampers on still. They know how to work that
They
phone.
ain't know how to work.
Automatic, without even nobody
Well,
showing.
hang up on you so they can watch their video. That nigga won't done.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
But it's a different time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was raised on, you work hard. These kids can make $1 million off the motherfucking phone.
It's that Matrix era. You know that Matrix move. I'm telling you something. You better pay attention. Where people just land up with computers hooked up to their brain or whatever, and they in a fictional world, digital.
Mm-hmm.
Some lawnmower man shit.
I mean, all that shit gonna come into play.
It is. But one thing I heard this a long time ago. They say anything you see on TV, this shit was already Star Trek. They had the little flip phone.
Anything you seen on TV is old technology.
I forgot. They showed it, so they already 10, 20 times more advanced than that.
Yeah,
But let's know it's coming.
That's shit we been doing.
That's your introduction to it, but it's already been.
Yeah, we done programmed you for this shit to come. So when we start putting this shit out, it ain't gonna shock y'all.
Yeah. That's
like
it.
that. We been
So
waiting
you
for
want-
this shit to happen.
Yeah.
We
Then
waiting on this shit to happen.
They put it
It's
out
already
there.
been in motion.
they give you a little pre-warning.
So yeah, that mean I got them alien movies right there.
I'm about Dick Tracy was something. He had his watch phone.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Wow. So
Damn, Dick Tracy was here with it.
wow. I ain't forgot about that. That was
Our niggas are here with it.
wow.
Yeah. He even did this shit on the Jets.
Yeah. The Jetsons was the first one to show us the motherfucking future.
Wow, sure was.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh man. Then they already got rises floating now.
Robot maids and everything.
Now they got robot. Went to a restaurant not too long ago. The robot come to the table. I said, whoa. Who that ride? That ride was
That mean you see that robot do
robot pizza delivery.
Yeah, so they-
Yeah,
Or
I just got a
something.
little box.
Drone delivery.
Yeah.
They've been doing that for a minute now. Dubai is planning on creating a tower that suspends in space down into Earth. I was just looking at that shit the other day. I was like, man, that shit is crazy as hell. Talking about you don't ever touch the ground. Just a tower that hovers above Earth the entire time.
I got tough and dirt.
Yeah.
My feet.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, my
Real.
toes.
I ain't trying to get that detached from society.
Yeah,
That's just like being in the ocean. You know, I got to touch side of the ground, man. That's too much.
At some point in time, I gotta go down there and bite that motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to touch the ground, man.
Well, I'm a bass fisherman. I gotta find the water at some point. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well,
I
yeah.
love nature too.
Right.
Back.
No doubt. No doubt.
So what? You got a couple artists on your belt. You've been in the game for a minute. What do you see? I guess a kind of a difference between producers from then and now.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. It was just only a handful of good producers back in the day. Now it's a whole bunch of them. Now I had to end up breeding into having a bunch of good producers because there was a lot of rappers now. So that actually made a lot. I know some rappers that turned producer because it was more lucrative.
It is more lucrative to make beats.
Right.
And as y'all being artists, like how do y'all feel about working with different producers? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you hop around? Do you find somebody to be your producer that you like to work with? Or you just feel like shit, I'll figure this shit out on my own?
I'm flexible with it. It just depends on on the work, that the producer, constructs for me. If it's anything that's banging, I'm gonna naturally gravitate to it because that's what's gonna draw me in. That when the music speaks to me, that's when everything starts flowing. You know what I'm saying? Then it's some producers that I would love to work with, that's been doing it for a while. But other than that, I really don't trip. I'm permissionless.
Got you.
Yeah. And honestly, I've only worked with two producers, and the one guy that we kind of don't talk no more, and I fuck with 100. 100 made the beat. Mob on the beat. He did a beat for Mo3. He did a beat for a couple of artists. I can't name them all right now, but I think I actually met him with Toro, and yeah, and I noticed that when he started coming around Toro's beats started sounding, because when those two producers collab, it was good. But yeah, man, I don't mind working with honestly any producer as long as we can work together. You know what I mean? So.
That's good stuff, man. Good stuff.
That's what's up. What about you, Grinch? I mean, I know you make your own music, so
Yeah, but what's crazy about that is I feel like I make tight beats, but they don't just. It's different when somebody else make it because my beats don't catch my ear because I already heard them. You know what I'm saying? It's my feelings. So usually,
Kurt McGirt told me the same thing.
right. Yeah, I
Like,
usually catch
they
somebody
like,
else.
I can't rap on my own.
Right.
He like, I know him, my mom go hard, but I can't. You know, I need mine for somebody else.
Exactly.
If I can ever learn how to do that myself, I think I'll be just the opposite because I have a lot of, creative concoctions, man. I just don't know how to arrange everything. I can illustrate to a person, hey, do this, do that, do that, but I can't do it personally. If I could,
But you can.
I've been
You just told him what to do, so you can do it.
Yeah.
It's just you got to put your hands on it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And that'd be really what it is. Just put your hands on it.
Yeah, I tell this to anybody who want to make beats. Just sit down at your workstation or whatever, and the first time you make something that you consistent with, and then you accidentally erase it and fuck it up, you're on your way. Now you know what to do and what not to do.
God damn it. So coming from the AR side, like as far as looking at artists or artists, do you do artist development? Like
Right now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm in training. You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm like going with Jay to all these events, meeting new artists, stuff like that, just kind of getting a feel for the game, getting in video shoots, meeting tons of artists though, by the way. Yeah. But yes, I do plan on putting artists together who I think may, this guy's gonna be with this guy, you know what I mean? I think they would be a good collab together, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe even get somebody put together with me, you know what I'm saying?
right.
But I plan on doing a lot of different things, not just working with other artists, but honestly, I was talking to Jay about putting a cipher together for Dallas, you know what I'm saying? And maybe getting a couple of people in on it.
Yeah, that shit go. They ran that through already.
Yeah, I mean, I get
You
it.
gotta put your own different touch on it.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
That's one of those things. When nobody put me in no cipher, I ain't gonna count nobody out. Or say why they won't put me in the cipher.
God damn.
Shit, if you know, you know.
I don't know. Damn. I ain't put my boy on cyber.
Now this goddamn branch.
Nah, it was. I mean, it was, them ciphers. They had some nice ciphers though.
It did.
I don't think the people took it for what it was though. And when I say the people, I mean the artists.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't bang that motherfucker for what it really was. And I mean every last one of them that everybody that did, they never banged them hoes like they was supposed to. Cause like with all them hoes that went on and all them artists that did them ciphers,
Supposed to be some anthems came out of that.
my nigga, it's supposed to be some shit still running around here floating playing.
Yeah.
Cause it was some dope ass motherfucker ciphers that done ran around this motherfucker.
Yeah, they supposed to keep going, man. They supposed to went further than what it went.
It went up there and it just fizzled out real fast. But that's the same thing about the internet though. That brings you back to that point. Like the internet will phase you out just as quick as they phase you in.
Remember we used to call it back in the day, 15 minutes of fame. That part. Now it's your 15 posts of fame.
Goddamn, shit. You get the right one, you through.
Yeah.
And you in the gate.
And that's why I tell you, a lot of people don't know, man. Now, it used to take a little minute for stuff to circulate. Now, with that internet, it'll take with a second to blow your career with a couple of bad words, a couple of, you know what, that nigga P did, fuck that nigga. Next thing you know, your career over. You know what I'm saying? Steve Stout, man, that nigga bitch. So, you saying different little shit. Then they get, first it take a little minute, they circulate around. Steve Stout say, then it be a time, you look, you finna get a deal.
Right.
Yeah, also Steve Stout the one got to make the decision.
Whoa.
Oh no, we're not signing him.
Yeah,
He got his mouth a little too loose, so sink his ship.
One that said,
Say, man, that's right. That's why I tell you, you have to be careful what you say. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Y'all remember that movie Goodfellas?
mm-hmm. Just watch it.
I live my life by what Paulie said when they was describing Paulie. When he said, he don't let nobody hear what he being told. He don't want nobody to hear what he's saying. He said he wouldn't even have a phone in his house because he got all his messages secondhand. So nobody won't be able to ever actually say, I heard Paulie say this. Nobody gonna know but the immediate circle. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of old mob rules still stand tough to this day.
But shit, there was a lot of respect back then.
Yeah.
Shit,
A lot
now
of
these
people don't
niggas
even
shit.
understand what keep your friends close and enemies closer mean.
For real. Shout out Uncle Paulie. It's 9/16. That's his birthday. Every time I see 9/16, and then I'm just gonna say a quick little something about him. So he had a whole lot to do with like Young Bleed and Master Pen and a lot of people don't know who Uncle Paulie is. But yeah, he had a whole lot to do. Sugar Free. He had put his hands on a lot of artists. I've been riding with this man. I heard him make a call to get Mary J. Blige to come do a walkthrough. So I mean, shout out to Uncle Paulie, man. Thank you for being my brother. Thank you for all the knowledge you giving me with this music. And shout out to OG Snake, my bro, my right hand. Birthday coming up, man. Happy birthday early, even on this podcast. Man, he's a lot of these people was a very strong partner. Shout Bella, a lot of people who was with us. Really helped us put this together. Shout out Y2, man. RIP to your mom, man.
And meet all these people.
Yeah, man. We got a lot of people gonna bring through here, bro. Let you know. Yeah, man. They all played a significant part, man. Shout out Jennings, man. You know, everybody, man. Rollo, man. Rest in peace, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was our CFO.
Yeah, when it comes to Southside, man, the family is so extensive and expansive.
I'm hearing.
Shout out to my little brother D-Boy the Bank.
It transcends,
boy.
yeah, it transcends, you know, across the whole city, man. We had people from all over the city. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Different,
South
New York.
Grove, you know, all over.
So what was all the sport about keeping all that shit together like that?
You know what? I mean, you know what? Mom's Pinker, we had over 53 artists. Rollo said he had a book he wanted to write called 53 Heartbreaks. So, like, they gave him the business. But and it's like the worst thing, the good thing was we moved with so much power. But that 53 gonna bring they each 10, 20 apiece by themselves.
Right.
So when we moved 100 and something deep. So people moved out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but the bad part was when everybody started clicking up in their own individual cliques inside of the company. Mm-hmm. We even had an internal beef one time, and I'm not gonna say no names because I don't do that messy shit. But I mean, these dudes was making songs about each other, but just wasn't saying no name, but they would talk about each other, and we on the same label. Mm-hmm. That was some thorough shit. You know, it's like Jay-Z and Mel Blink shoot slugs at each other, shoot shots. You know what I'm saying? Run DMC shooting slugs at each other and missed the album, you know?
Damn.
And
that's crazy.
That's why I left my life.
Man,
we
in the studio.
Yeah.
Going together, competition turned into a little bit more. It turned into hatred.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It can happen quick, man. It's a damn line between love and hate. That shit's so real. Yeah. Exactly. But you know what? The loyalty gonna be loyal. Because just think about it, with a dog start out, before that dog actually love you, that dog become loyal to you because you feed it. Then later on, that dog develops a love for you. Then after that, you got the best of both worlds. You got loyalty and love from that dog. That dog gonna kill something behind you. I seen the friendliest dogs on earth.
Putting that on.
Boy, you folk know they turn. I'm talking little poodles and chihuahuas. I'm talking you take that goddamn German Shepherd or a Rottweiler, you gonna come at your ass so tough.
Like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But I mean, man, so that means, I say 53 artists strong, so you've been behind a lot of good artists in the motherfucking city then.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Like, I mean.
Great potential, man. Some of the dopest shit I wrote, man, was amidst these cats, man. You know, if I didn't physically do nothing with them, I overheard what they did, and you know, what's called my creative just to overwork, and I'm like, man, I got to do something similar to that. It's not better. You know what I'm saying? It was constant inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Different mindsets. I love people that self-expressive. You know, I love self-expression. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all think the game can get back to shit like that?
Most definitely. I do personally. You know what I mean? Everybody want to do what this person doing, want to do what that person, instead of doing your own. You got to have your own lane. That's how they started out back in the day. Everybody had their own little lane, their own little country.
Everybody now, shit, if it pop, hey man, I need you to do this because that's what the fuck is gonna sell right now. Mm-hmm. And that's what the fuck everybody gonna do. Niggas nowadays they gonna come with this now. Say, I don't do this shit. They think doing this shit. do that shit. Shit, all right, well, shit, fuck it, all right. Or shit, nah, hey man, we got this nigga that wrote this for you. There's a lot of that shit going on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of that shit going on, like, right?
Too much.
Way too much.
Because they got AI writing for motherfuckers now and shit.
Man, a dude say some cat, square dude, man. I said, nigga, square, the pool table twice as green. Like, the cat
Right.
tell me, say, man, I gotta put my little song together. I'm saying, I want you to hear it. I'm saying, I'm like, God damn, I don't want to hear this bullshit.
Well,
I
hard
got
hit.
too much, boy, that shit went hard as well. I said, damn, boy.
I had a nigga want me to do a song with him. I get to the house, he got a rhyme dictionary.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
You gonna put them boys together on your ass.
It give you words to orchestrate things with.
You supposed to already had that.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
man, you can't knock it out.
Because it gives
That's just like a nigga punching in.
it gives you a different
Right.
degree of words. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to lie. You know, I'm pretty extensive with my vocabulary, but I still fuck with the dictionary a little bit because they got thesaurus in it.
Right.
Okay, I don't want to say this word. I want to say a word similar to it. You know, bring a different flavor.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with
wanna
that.
hear it.
So yeah.
And I heard that when you came in and you spoke. I was listening. Okay, this nigga here really lyrical. So it's different from a person that's lyrical and a nigga that's rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Very.
I'm finna give you something. I'm just giving you something. I'm rapping. You'll tell a nigga a story. I'll tell a nigga how to keep it.
Right.
It's a difference.
Major.
It's a major difference. So that nigga that got that book out, I wouldn't be mad at him for that book out. Because when he put that shit together, he gave you a message.
If you use it right.
You know what I'm saying? He gave you a message with them words because he knew how he wanted to put together, but he didn't want to use the words that a regular motherfucker would use. So I knew that the other other word for this motherfucker. So now if we put this shit together, I'm gonna blow your mind with this shit when I finish.
I look at it like if I'm coming to a cookout or a family get together, we all cooking or whatever, and I come bring this pot of gumbo that I done made from scratch, and here you come out the kitchen with some Bojangles. It ain't the same.
It's not the same. But thank
Yeah.
Good at the end of the day.
It's good, but I'm gonna remember in the back of my mind, you didn't make this from scratch, and I did. So
okay, I understand that. Taste good, ain't it? Bitch, good, didn't it? Alright. No matter how I put this shit together, I put this shit together for you. It tastes good. And if I'm giving you good shit, it's good shit no matter how I put it together. But them niggas, them ain't the niggas that get the credit.
Right.
That nigga that give you that bullshit, you know, that shit, that was out of that motherfucker 15, man. I need to get them hoes back to back. You know what I'm saying? But that nigga that fed you some good shit because he didn't know how to articulate it right, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Big difference.
You know what I'm saying? Because shit, I need to know what these words is. My mind ain't caught up to what my mouth gonna say.
Right.
Yeah.
But I know what it is. So boom, we use this instead. Boom, boom, boom. So here you go.
I guess I can allow that.
But that's what he just did though. He took what he just said and broke it down to you. So now he fed you different.
It's like even with the ghostwriting aspect, I feel like I don't have a problem with anybody ghostwriting for somebody who's per se in their squad. Now me just writing a verse and then just giving it to somebody I don't even know, that's different.
Why? He paid me for it.
Yeah, but I'm not getting him when he's spitting it. I'm getting what somebody else wrote.
God gave you me on this beat. You wrote it. I just gave you me, my poem. I changed 2 words. Boom. There you go.
So now it's performed by you, not written by you.
I changed
I mean,
2
it's
words.
just, I guess it's just me because I
I
can
mean,
write
it's
my
different.
own
I see where he's
shit.
coming from, but like a nigga, that's a different industry. Like you
Mhm.
say, you still underground.
Exactly.
And you gotta get this shit this way and this way on. That's the only way you can get this shit. This side of the world, nigga, go get that nigga right here. 8 songs
Right.
right now.
Good thing
That's when the business come in.
You know what I'm
Think about
saying?
It puts money in your pocket when you're the one that's doing it right.
Facts.
You know, what the one that's performing, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it lets everybody know that you're not really who you portray yourself to be.
They know that.
You know, you
They didn't
get
give
a
a
lot of
damn. They didn't
hoes.
give a damn from a jump. They like the music.
Yeah.
He didn't put the music out. He did.
Yeah.
That's what I like. The
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Say, you
This is
remember,
just the image.
you remember when Dr. Dre said that one time, boy, that shit changed my whole life. That nigga say, I don't live this shit. This is just entertainment.
What he supposed to hit city.
On the
Yeah,
show.
he did. But they pulled me up as a youngster at that time because I'm like, damn,
He broke my heart.
but guess what? When
Yeah,
it broke
but
my
it's
heart,
word.
opened my motherfucking eyes.
Right.
It showed me that, hey man, this ain't what it is.
It's entertainment.
It's entertainment.
For the most part.
Part of the show.
See, that's what the drill shit. The drill shit. They try to make this shit reality.
That's what they
When
did. They
folks
should just
just
keep it at the
entertained.
rap.
Exactly.
But not really. It was already reality before it became the rap shit. It just spilled over.
You know what? You know what? Let me rephrase. I see what you're saying now. Basically, we think that the drill rap created killers with these was killers who just happened to start drill rap.
Yeah, these niggas was
Already
already serial killers.
flopping
Cause
it
see,
down.
if they look at the motherfucking story they probably putting out about King Von.
Yeah.
Like King Von was a serial killer before he even started rapping.
Sure
He
was.
was already doing it.
So a lot of these niggas out here been spending these blocks even before they even stopped in the rap. Like rap really trying to change these niggas' lives.
Yeah. It was
They
secondary.
using it. They using it for the wrong reason. It's supposed to bring you up out of that. And
But for a lot of
you
niggas,
feel
it did.
So, you know, for some
But
motherfuckers-
shit, it didn't take you too far because it took you out.
Now I've seen a lot more cats fall than who prospered off of that.
Oh, they prospered, but then shit. Now look at them, they finna lose it all. They
Lawyers.
gotta pay lawyers, all this shit. They can take all that.
Oh, yeah.
Court cost fines.
You kill somebody.
I
you
know
lose
some
your
niggas
life
that
too.
can tell you some hella
What you
fine
gonna do,
stories
run your whole
before
life?
the streets, but they
Yeah.
better not rap.
Thanks, man. Some stuff not for you know what they say my business ain't show business.
Yeah.
Some stuff ain't for the you know
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
talk about that.
Ain't meant for everybody else.
Shit.
Well, I know some dudes right now, boy, doing some goddamn Jetson numbers, boy, because they ran their chops at the wrong time.
Free out, y'all. I ain't gonna tell you, man.
That be the thing. A lot of these get on these records and they start
Telling their life story.
and it's not understanding that the niggas that you talking about still in the game.
Man, you know how many podcasts I've been on, bro? And I'm gonna tell you, I've been on a lot of podcasts, bro. I respect this one. And I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I'm not gonna get on no podcast because I went on one. I told the lady ahead of time. Do not ask me these particular because she said people was inquiring about certain things I used to do. I said, I don't want to talk about that.
Right.
If you start talking about that, I'm gonna walk off the show. she, you know, I guess people kept hitting on the little thing. Oh, he, you know, he, blah, 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 you know, she's over 100 and some women asked me to answer this question. I said, well, anyway, like I said, you know, I give away, you know, scholarships to the kids and blah, 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 blah. And she kept pressing. You know what I had to do?
Take that mic out.
All right, man, it was nice being on your show. I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Kush&Konvos ain't about none of that shit. I don't even think.
Man, I love this so laid back. I love
Yeah,
it.
I don't
Say,
even
man,
think
this one
about
of the laid
that.
back, this one of the most laid back podcast I've been on. I'm fucking with it. I like it.
Yeah, no, we don't do none of that messy shit. I don't care
So
what
you
give
keep it
me.
a dollar, man. I like to
None
say,
of that shit.
I'm definitely, you know, I'm gonna be back and I'm gonna bring some more people
Oh,
back.
come
I'm
on,
feeling
shit,
this.
man. Y'all welcome.
I'm feeling this, man.
I remember when we first met you at that car show thing out there in
Mesquite.
Remember we did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a little quick little
So
something.
drop.
I read it to some cat. I don't even know who it was. He had me a little thing to promote for you. I just held it up.
Me.
No, it was another cat.
Me.
It was it's some pool party I was at. Some kind of heavy set dude. He was like, "Send me
Rip.
your money." No, it wasn't Rip. It was somebody else.
Man, nigga, Rip and Bluesky.
No, it wasn't them two. Some other cat. He might have just been. Who knows? I held up the
Bluesky
little.
Yeah, that's the
Held up there like little cardboard thing. I held it up and took a picture with it.
Oh.
He might have been just doing some free promo.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Whatever it is.
all works out.
Shit,
Well, I don't remember where I first met you in.
What was first minute?
We was at a award show over there by Bengals.
Oh,
Dr. Rock was there.
that's the one right before I went to the car. That's I remember now. Sure was. That's right, boy. I was 510 pounds of pimp nigga from Sunny D. They
Man,
did,
that's
boy.
500 pounds of star quality because you walked in there, you would have thought we was at your event.
Yeah, I remember.
I had to wait for people to get out the way, so I was like, what's up? It's Grinch Green, remember the name.
Yeah, I remember that. That's crazy, boy. That was legendary. That was
Oh,
really,
yeah.
that was
Shout out to Nemesis, they was
Man.
all in the house too.
everybody, man. There was a lot of legendary people up in there
DJ
that night.
Scorpio.
Scorpio be getting, hey man, shout out on Scorpio. Yeah. Scorpio be getting on my ass. Let me rephrase it when you talking about the start of music. I'm glad you, thank you, Grant.
Oh yeah.
Scorpio, across the street from Lincoln. He had a little building. We had a radio station that, you know, hey, we was going at it. Man, Chuck was in there DJing. That new call himself DJ Q.
Oh, okay, check that out.
So man, we was up in there. Yeah, that was the first introduction. Cause I used to just go in there and just talk shit, you know, and hang out. You know what I'm saying?
Just fuck around.
Yeah, that was it, man. But hey, shout out DJ Scorpio, man, legendary, man. Respect, bro.
Come sit down with me, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna set up to bring him in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these people that y'all
Yeah,
put out
DJ
here.
K Rock, there's a lot of people I want to line up, man. Jay Love, a lot of my people, and I want to.
Oh, Jay Love been on there.
Oh yeah,
Jay Love hosted. He was DJ the show. I used to have a live DJ on this at one point.
That's what's up, man.
Rip
That's
used to
the
be
bros,
my house
man.
DJ.
Rip, man. I miss all them Bluesy. I consider them like my family, man.
I don't even go back on the show.
Rest in peace, DJ Curly.
Man, rest in peace, Curly.
Man, with that being said, man, we have been chopping it up a full motherfucking hour. I appreciate y'all boys for stopping through.
Say,
Fucking with me
man,
one time.
the pleasure was ours, man.
Yeah,
We
man.
enjoy your hospitality, man.
It's all good. It's all love. It's all love. But shit, let these folks know where they can find y'all at. Shout out y'all Instagrams and whatever other social media. If y'all got any kind of projects, anything coming up, you know, just let these folks know how to get at you. You start off with you, Grinch.
You can find me on Instagram at Grinchstagram7. I'm on TikTok at Grind Fam, Grinch Green. Shout out to the Grind Fam too. That's a Grind Minister.
Grind brother, shout out my grind brother.
On Facebook, what's my name on Facebook? Justin Hillman, just because I'm retarded like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Already. Well, you know, everybody know, man, Jay Holland on Facebook, Real OG Jay Holland on Instagram. I want to give a shout out to my boy, man. Hey, Heavy Chevy, man. I enjoyed the show, man. And yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, this was lovely, man. I enjoyed this. You know, a lot of times I go to some interviews, I'll be like, all right, you know, when it's gonna be over, but I enjoyed this, man. No disrespect to other podcast people, but you know, a lot of times I'll be like, man, it's kind of dragging on, but I enjoyed myself, man, and that's what. And also, y'all can find me up at Little World, man. Post it up, man. You know, at $5. I'm just kidding, man. Y'all catch me on $600 grand.
Little World in the night.
That's back when it was Oakland.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
You said real word. All right, man. Back day.
Alright, you can follow me on Instagram or TikTok at Baghdad_SHR. SHR, Shice House Records. Shout out Jay, shout out Caesar, shout out the whole team, shout out Snake. Both TikTok and Instagram. So holla at me.
You can reach me on Facebook, Caesar Chino, parentheses, official silverback page, Instagram, Caesar Chino.
For sugar day.
Anybody got any projects, anything y'all working on coming out with anytime soon?
Man, we just gonna surprise them, man. We got a whole bunch of surprises.
Okay, that's all
Made
right.
a business merger today at my bank today, man. It's gonna be very major. All I can tell you, it's gonna change the game. It's gonna be history making, and just let you know you heard it here first. It's about to change the game.
They can put some shit out.
And also look for me and Grinch. We got some stuff too from to really shock the whole industry.
Oh yeah.
Me and him and the Grind Minister, we got some stuff we're gonna announce very soon. Man, just keep your eyes peeled, man.
Let's believe this thing's working.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, shit, with that being said, I am your host, shit. This is the Kush&Konvos. Until next time, that boy be safe. Smoke something.